Welcome to the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And what are we doing today?
We're going to talk about how we went from barely surviving to financially thriving on just one income.
In this video, we're going to explore the theory that only those who are at a certain income level can live on one income. In other words, we want to talk about why we're able to live on one income now, despite the fact that our income is $20,000 less than it was 8 years ago.
That's right. So we're going to talk about why we were barely surviving 8 years ago, despite the fact that we were on two incomes at that time, and why now we're in such a better financial place in our life. 8 years ago, we were both working and never seemed to be able to get ahead financially. Why? Is because debt. We had a house that we couldn't afford, and we also were spending more money than we needed to. And it wasn't really spending like on shopping and things like that, or even really spending too much on groceries. It was more about the fact that we would eat out a lot, I think, maybe, and we did a lot of entertainment stuff.
Yep.
But 8 years ago, Joel lost his job.
Yep, and I didn't have a job for like 6 months during that time, and then when I did find something, it was only at minimum wage, and at that point, and in that area, minimum wage was $7.25 an hour. So our income basically got cut in half during that time. However, during that time, we found some things out. We really found out what was really important to us, and we began to claw our way out of debt even after our income had been cut in half.
Mm-hmm.
So then I got an opportunity to take a new job. We moved halfway across the country for it and gave us a little better income. So we were able to sell our house, able to use the proceeds from the house and the profit from the house to pay off the rest of our debts, and we've been debt free ever since.
That's right. So now that brings us to the present day. And at this point, Joel is making what he did just about the same amount as what he was making 8 years ago before he lost his job.
Yep.
So he's back to where he was 8 years ago. But the difference is that I'm not working. Instead, I've been staying home working on YouTube videos.
Yep.
But I don't have any income from that. And so, or at least not yet.
Yeah.
But because of that, we make $20,000 less per year than we were 8 years ago. And we're staying that way. We're living a debt-free life despite the fact that we're making $20,000 less per year than we were 8 years ago, before the prices of groceries and gas went way up, you know? So don't get us wrong. We know that there are some people who are doing the very best they can, and they're still struggling financially, and the idea that they could live on one income is not possible today. But we didn't think it was going to be possible 8 years ago for us to be where we are today. Yeah. It took a lot of work. It took working really hard. He proved that he deserved promotions. He got those promotions. We worked hard to get out of debt. We focused on paying everything that we could, any chance that we had, to get out of debt as quickly as possible so that we would never, ever be in that position again. So it is possible, but you do have to work hard. But here's the thing. 8 years ago, two incomes, $20,000 more, and we were struggling.
Yeah.
And here we are today, $20,000 less.
Yeah. So sometimes it isn't about what you make, but it's about what you do with what you make. And like I said earlier, we really realized what was really important to us, and then we started focusing on those things.
That's right.
And not on the things that we don't really matter. So as we're looking towards 2022, go ahead and decide now that this is going to be the year that you're going to make those plans to get out of debt, to help you become financially independent.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, you can ask us. Drop us a comment below. You can hit us up on the gram at The Long Run with Joel and Christy. We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below what your goals are going to be for 2022 as far as your finances go, and what you're looking at, maybe paying off some debt, maybe making some sinking funds, saving up for some things. Let us know what your goals are for 2022 because we want to hear those things. Yep. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, sometimes on the weekends, sometimes on Tuesday and Thursday. You just never know when we're going to slip one in there. So hit that notifications bell so you get notified when we upload those videos. Yep. So with that said, that's going to do it today for The Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.